All right, hello football gamers. Welcome back to Madden Football Gaming. Today we're going to be showing you additional ways to bomb cover 3 after the patch. And this time we're going to be showing you how a very popular offense. That was one of the requests we received. Hey, can you show me what this would how to bomb cover 3 out of popular offenses like Gun Bunch. So going to show you that. Hopefully it helps. Right now we're in the New York Jets playbook. You can also run Detroit Lions playbook. Those are two very popular gun bunch formations to use. So gun bunch playbooks to use. So I'm going to show you how to bomb it in a couple different ways. You probably know this first one. Hopefully you do. If not, this is really going to help you out. But there's another way to do it, which is maybe new to you as well. So want to make sure that you're aware of it. So it helps you out because your opponents are going to use it against you, but you need to be able to defend against it and kind of notice it when they are. And then you need to be able to use it against your opponents if they're just spamming cover 3 all game, which some people do, or they're mixing in between cover 3, cover 4, cover 1, things like that, and trying to mix it up. But you know that they're going to be going back to that cover 3, and as soon as you spot it, have this as an audible so you can bomb them deep if you want to. I don't recommend doing one-play touchdowns against cover 3 all the time. Make sure you have out routes if they send a blitz. Make sure that, meaning underneath routes, right? Have drags, have slants, have your hot reads. But just don't be going for cover 3 bomb or nothing. Have other outlets in the play that you're prepared to go to, your second read, your third read, etc. So that'll keep you from making those big mistakes. Don't just try and force it too. If it's covered, go to something else. But without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So this is cover 3 out of 3-3-5 wide. And we are going to be running out of the New York Jets playbook Gun Bunch. And the first play stock, Jets Dig, you can run to beat it without really doing any adjustments. I am going to put our running back on a blocking assignment just because when you're in practice mode, sometimes block sheds come in a little bit quicker. So I don't want that to happen. I want to show you the play. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. Godwin, RB, is going to be our primary cover 3 beater that we're going to be looking for. And the B route, Brown, that little underneath route, that is what the outside cornerback on that deep third is going to bite on, which is going to allow RB to come open deep. Also, you want to run this with room to the outside. So if I'm on the left hash like I am right now, obviously I'm going to be running it to the right side. If I was on the right hash, I'd flip it and I'd run it to the left side. So be aware of that. A lot of people like to double team this outside rusher. That's absolutely fine. You can do that if you'd like to. Not a big deal. And that way you can roll out to the right. When you roll out to the right, it just is a little bit of a cleaner throw. Instead of trying to go over a defender, sometimes it'll just stay out to the outside, and it'll make it so it doesn't have a chance at all to be picked off. But again, it really shouldn't be anyway. So, all right. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hike it. I'm going to roll to the right. I'm going to wait for that outside cornerback to bite, and you're going to see it. And then I'm going to throw over the top to Godwin. So here we go. Bite. Over the top. Touchdown. Okay, that's cover 3 beater. And you're going against Alexander there, which is a very fast cornerback on that outside of third. And Godwin is not as fast as he is in this mode. So it just shows you that this is a cover 3 beater. And I use this in weekend league all the time against 99 cornerbacks and safeties. It works. So that is the first cover 3 beater. Another thing that I want to show you is now you can put that B receiver instead of on a drag, you can put it on a curl. Okay, that does just as well. So if you're in the Detroit Lions playbook and you do that clear out, that RB is still on a similar route, and so you can just put this outside receiver B on a comeback, and that'll have that outside third bite too. And I'll show you. See how he bites? And then you can throw it over the top and do a one-play touchdown again. All right, now the key to this working is that outside fade. if you don't have that RB route, that a streak route will actually get played really well. Watch this. RB streak. Okay. Now we're going to try and do it again. Watch what happens. See how that outside doesn't bite? It doesn't bite at all. Right? So that route is very important to have, and that's in the Detroit Lions playbook or the New York Jets playbook. So that RB route is important. If you want to do a different way, let me show you something different. You can also put B on a streak, get RB on a slant, just something to go to the left, and have this X receiver come to the right, like on a slant or on a. You could have left him on the end, but that left to right receiver. So in this case, Mike Evans. That left to right receiver has now been picked up post patch to where that outside cornerback is going to look for that because that was one popular way to bomb it in the past. And so what it's going to say is, all right, I'm not going to let you do that anymore, so I'm not going to pay attention after a while to the most outside route. If you have something coming over trying to bomb me over the top, then I'm going to play that. So, but watch what happens here. So we're going to be looking for B now because that outside right cornerback is going to bite on X. You see that? That's an additional way to bomb cover 3. That's an additional way to get that outside corner to bite. Okay, so you don't have to use this RB route in this formation you want to. So this RB route right now, that will work against it if you want Godwin to bomb it. But to mix it up in different ways to do in cover 3, what you can do is you can get that receiver over to the left, right? And then your opponent's going to be like, well, that's not a cover 3 bomb. They're doing something else. And bring this X receiver on some sort of route that comes over to the left, right? You can keep him on this in route, and that should do it. And that just gives your opponent a different look, something else to do to get a bomb over the top. And so it works that way as well. So, and you can make that out of any formation, right? A streak on the outside, have the other plays go to the left, and then have this receiver over to the left go to the right. So you can have either this in route, or you can do a slant, or you can do a drag. So it all works, and it gives your opponent a different look, and they don't think that you're doing a cover 3 bomb, and then they don't user it, right? So it's just another way to really bomb your opponent over the top. That was a bad throw by Brady, but again, you can see it's open. So that's an additional way to do it. Okay, and another thing we can do is, even if you're not trying to bomb cover 3, this sets up a whole bunch of different things. Your user is going to be extremely concerned, especially if they're spamming cover 3, about getting beat over the top. So what they're going to do is that they might user it, they might change their coverage, they might change their protection, etc. And then other things are going to come open. Let's say that they put that outside cornerback in a deep blue, which the deep blue will bag RB. Then B or X should come open, right? So you got B, you got X. Now X would have been more open if that outside cornerback would have been in deep blue. He wouldn't have been there. So that's just another way to beat your opponent in cover 3. Something like this. Look at that space. You're going to have B. You're going to have X. You really have RB here because I'm not. So even when he was lit up in a playmaker for Alexander, we still beat him. But we are still getting over the top almost every single time here with Godwin against Alexander. So these are just cover 3 bombs post-patch. to go ahead and destroy your opponent, especially if they're doing cover 3. Now, when they start doing other things to protect the bomb, that's when your other routes are going to be coming open, B or X or even A. I still like that because it's just wide open, right? It's just right there for a couple 5 yards, 10 yards if no one's there at all, maybe more, especially if they start really trying to guard that over the top route or the streak or something like that. You just see that this will just come wide open, and you can just run up the field because that person that just made the tackle is probably going to be their user, and they're going to probably be somewhere else. So this route combination for cover 3, you have your cover 3 beater. You have, if they go deep blues, you have B, or you have X, or you have A as well. Especially if they do a blitz, they try and come into the line. B is going to be available unless they shade underneath, and then if they do, X should be available. So you have a couple hot routes as well. Really good combination route right here to beat cover 3, especially if they're spamming it. Your opponent's not going to like this combination very much. So anyways, I just want to make a quick video, show you additional ways to bomb cover 3 that is out of the gun bunch formation, that is not just this formation right here, but also you can use a streak route out of any formation. Just bring your receivers to the left, except for the streak, and bring this left receiver to the right. I like to motion him over a little bit, just because he gets over to that right side a little bit sooner, I feel like, and so I feel like you get a little bit more time to bomb this B receiver, which is good enough to get a lot of separation here. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Bring you more content like this in the future. Good luck out there, and as always, have a great day.